Good afternoon, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Right. Should we start?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Shri Radhakishan Mathur, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, to coming as a chief guest to address this to the student on the National Science Day celebration by the Ladakh Science Foundation. Welcome you, sir, and thank you very much. So I also welcome Shri A.K. Sahu, Commissioner Secretary Education, Shri Mumtaz Ali, Director School Education, Shri Gidari Lalji, CEO Le Nazirwani Sir, CEO Kargil, and all the other panelists and the students from Le and Kargil, the award winners who are assembled at Le and Kargil, and all other students who are virtually joining the session. In the morning, we had the technical session. In that, we have speakers from the various spectrum, like Dr. Singh Stopton from DRDO, Dr. Singh Stopton from USA, and Sunil Kumar from Wangchu from Matavati Vishnu Devi University, Dr. Supra Sharma, GV Pond, Lobsang Phunso, artificial intelligence experts, and then Dorje Wangchu from Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Nawang Chiles, the renewable. They have delivered lectures, and there was a student interaction. So it was went very well, and it was thank you all the education department staff who has supported in this event. So I will very briefly, some 10 minutes, I will touch upon the activities of the Ladakh Science Foundation and activities we have carried out, sir. The Ladakh Science Foundation is registered as a charitable trust in May 2019 by me. Anyway, since I joined in ISRO in 2002, since then almost 20 years I have been helping the students. But officially in 2019 it is registered as a trust, and main objectives of this trust to mainly helping the students scientific temper and organizing various activities in the field of science and technology, and the student exchange programs, many more. Also to engage in strategic planning, policy making, scientific advocacy related to Ladakh, and various. These are the objectives of the trust. And these are some of the dreams. This also is a part of the part of our Science Foundation registered activities. But since it involves a lot big funding, so right now we have not started any of these activities. So, but these are the dreams which can be also realized by the Union UT administration of Ladakh. But we would like to be associated with such activities. Towards this, maybe once I come in to Ladakh in May, I would like to give a detailed presentation to you, sir. Some of the major activities are more than 6,000 students are registered with Ladakh Science Foundation, and our major involvement was with respect to PMSS scholarship scheme. Since 2017 to 2020, we were able to guide more than 1,300 students from Ladakh to get admission through the PMSS scholarship scheme, and not only just admission across the India. We have volunteers; they are helping in their travel. In various activities. So this year alone, more than 600 students got admission, and each student gets scholarship amount of 3,90,000 up to 20 lakhs, depending upon the course. And we also would like to keep on record the support provided by the nodal officers in Ladakh, as well as by the ASCT directors and other chairmen at Delhi, sir. Ladakh Science Olympiad was conducted in 2019-20 due to the COVID pandemic. It could not conduct. So in 2021, more than 2,000 students have registered online. And online examination was conducted. 75 students have participated, and we have based upon their performance, first, second, third position holders were given the announced. And other than the previous scholarship scheme, career guidance, we do. And then in the COVID pandemic time, we have conducted more than 80 online programs, more than 200 hours of duration, and benefited thousands of students. And some of the major activities we have done is like Ladakh Science for Society lecture series, Science and Technology lecture series, then World Environment Days, World Space Week, and one Nations Meeting on disaster in Ladakh, vulnerability days, World Wildlife Week, International Mountain Day, International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Then so many other activities we have done, and then these are uploaded onto our YouTube channels. So all these are available on YouTube channels. So National Science Day, as a part of this, we have conducted 3 events. One I said like Ladakh Science Olympiad, and then second debate competition was held on the theme of carbon neutral Ladakh, opportunities and challenges to the youth of Ladakh. 41 students have participated into the debate competition. The quiz competition we conducted yesterday evening, sir. So these are the winners of grade 6 Science Olympiad. And these are grade 7 students, the grade 8 students, grade 9, 10, and this is 11, and this is 12th standard students. This is the winner of the quiz competition. This is the winner of the debate competition. All students were presented with this medal and the certificate on behalf of you by the CEO of Lake and Kirgil just a while ago. And all these students will get first position will get rupees 2,000 as a cash prize. Second position 1,500. Third position 1,000. These prize monies were sponsored by the Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and all the certificates and the medals were sponsored by the Ken Rinpoche of Lobsang Chetan of Tashi Lubbu Monastery, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for.
Thank you, Mr. Tashi. Firstly, Mr. Tashi and the Ladakh Science Foundation, I would like to congratulate you. I would like to thank you for the efforts that you have been making towards promotion of science in Ladakh. You have associated a large number of distinguished panelists from India, from abroad. I think it is indeed very, very commendable effort. Involving the students in scientific activities is probably one of the best things that anybody can do in this world. And therefore, I'm sure that this would be a source of immense satisfaction to you personally, and a matter of satisfaction and pride for Ladakh as a whole. You have mentioned about Science Olympiad, where 2,500 students participated, a debate competition on carbon neutral Ladakh, quiz competition. I think each of these efforts, they merit great praise. You have been doing it now for several years and substantially on your own. I feel that whenever you come to Ladakh next time, you should discuss with us also, and in whatever way we can support or help you in your efforts, we would be quite happy to do that. So I would look forward to meeting you whenever you come next and discussing things with you. I would like to first mention that this year, the theme of the National Science Day, you may know that this year the theme of the National Science Day is, for the national level, Future of STI, Impact on Education, Skills and Work. Now, obviously, the Government of India is wanting to take science in the direction of not just education, but skill creation. It is also talking of work creation. Today, our Prime Minister, also addressed the country through Man Ki Baat. And he spoke of the National Science Day. He gave out the reasons why the day is observed because of the great discovery of Sir C.V. Raman, Nobel Prize winner. I looked at his speech, I heard his speech, and he talked of basically 2-3 things. One, he talked of not just physics, chemistry, or labs, science labs. He insisted that the process of lab to land needs to be promoted. Whatever is happening in the labs must appear on the ground. I see Mr. Stopden of Bihar there, and I'm sure that he would appreciate that whatever he is doing in the lab, we are also trying to bring that to the land in some measure. And this would be our continuous effort. The Prime Minister also spoke of Atmanirbhar Bharat, that we should be very proud of whatever our scientists are doing, our technicians are doing, and respect their discoveries, adopt their discoveries for the benefit of the country. Atmanirbhar Bharat is all about that. As you all know, that this year, in last 1 year, I would say, that 3 very major areas have been opened to private sector in a very big way. The space, Mr. Tashi works in ISRO, and ISRO, of course, for long years has been associating private vendors, but I think he is giving it a renewed push in a much bigger way. And I know that a lot of ISRO scientists have even resigned from their jobs and they are starting new ventures. So this is a great thing which is happening towards not only creation of science, but creation of employment and wealth in the country. So that is one area which has been opened up. Second area which has been opened up for the country is defense. And there, the research, the conversion of research into ground level products, that is happening. Larsen & Toubro recently delivered guns. Kalyani of Bharat Forge, they have just got orders for more work. Larsen & Toubro again has got major orders for shipbuilding. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has got major orders for production of helicopters as well as fighter aircraft. The ordnance factories have got major orders for tanks and other guns. In fact, Honorable Defense Minister announced that this year in the budget, they have kept a provision of almost 65,000 crores for defense indigenous purchases, that is purchases from within the country. This has never happened in the history of the country, and we can see that a push to science, technology, and their reach to the ground that is being done. And just last week, the country has opened up the maps, and maps are such a huge churner of money. The maps, when they are in the hands of the private sector, in the hands of entrepreneur, they would be very easily billion-dollar industries. So I'm seeing that the country is strongly heading in the direction where primacy to science, and as Honorable Prime Minister said, that from the science, from the lab to land, this is very much happening. The third thing that Prime Minister talked about, first he said lab to land, second he said Atmanirbhar Bharat, third thing which he has given to the country as a slogan, as something to be implemented, is catch the rain. As and when it occurs, as and where it occurs, and catch it immediately. Now, in Ladakh context, this may not be very valid, but we have to remember that Ladakh, Mr. Tashi would be aware, and those who belong to Ladakh would be aware, that very large number of villages in Ladakh suffer from lack of availability of irrigation, lack of water, and for us, the source is only the glacier. And the glacier melting, converting into nalas, into rivers. I have always felt that Ladakh has plenty of water for all of its needs. Our problem, as usual, as probably all over the country, is management of availability of that water. And under Jal Jeevan Mission, as well as irrigation schemes, this is something that we are targeting. So I'm interpreting catch the rain direction given by the Honorable Prime Minister in the sense that catch the water from the glaciers. Wherever it comes, whenever it comes, we should catch that water and deliver irrigation and water, drinking water to our people. In my Republic Day speech, in fact, I had made a very specific mention that Ladakh, the future of development, has to be associated with science. I had mentioned that we are very actively working and trying to involve as many research institutions as possible for development of Ladakh. We have been in touch, we have signed a MOU with CSIR and maybe at least 6-7 labs of CSIR. We are hoping that they would be working actively. We are working with the DRDO, particularly Dihar. We are working with universities. We are working with the SQUAST. We are working with ICAR. We are working already with ISRO in a small way. But for telemedicine, ISRO has come up with very great support and in fact provided the telemedicine equipment for 3 places, Zanskar, Nubra and Neoma, free of cost. And these equipments are now almost functional. We are working with Indian Institute of Astrophysics to develop layers of information of different nature, whether it is plantation, whether it is glaciers and so on. All of this I am mentioning because I am convinced that future of Ladakh and its development is absolutely very, very closely associated with science. More so because you have a fragile ecology and therefore I have to be on top of that. And therefore, this is an approach which is very necessary. I would also say that while tertiary sector, secondary sectors of economy can exist, in Ladakh they do exist. Personally, I see the future of Ladakh in commercialization of the primary sector, which means that I may do commercial fishery. Trouts of Ladakh, I'm sure that if they are done on a commercial scale, they can be sold easily at great profits to the grower. If you look at animal husbandry, whether it is goats, Pashmina goats, sheep, yak, camel, whatever animal, there is so much of potential in development of wool and wool-based products. Pashmina can sell at the highest end of the market. Other wool can sell at maybe less than the highest market rates, but all of them can contribute very substantially. And as I noticed, other than sharing the wool, there has been very little value addition to wool in Ladakh. Some efforts have started recently, but not much. And therefore, I see wool as a great area for science, as a great area for commercial development and entrepreneurship development in Ladakh. If you look at agriculture, with greenhouses being attempted with the help of Bihar, Modi scheme, we would like the entire agriculture to convert to commercial crops. I don't necessarily have to produce wheat. I get it from FCI. But I have the potential of growing very high value crops in Ladakh. It may be buckwheat, it may be quinoa seeds, it may be chia seeds, whatever. There are hundreds of very high value crops which can be grown. And again, it is for our young boys and girls to pick up agriculture and perhaps processing of those products into commercial products, benefiting themselves, benefiting Ladakh's economy. You look at horticulture, whether it is apple or grapes or almonds or apricots, most importantly. All of them has such huge potential if done at a commercial level. Today, none of these products actually reach outside Ladakh. Probably they don't even suffice for the requirements of Ladakh. But this is obviously a space which can be occupied, which can give rise to hundreds of entrepreneurs. You look at floriculture, you look at medicinal plants, you look at aromatic plants. Each one of them is crying for science and use of science for commercial benefits for entrepreneurship development. Seabuckthorn, again a great area. And I was actually quite surprised that products like Seabuckthorn, Pashmina, they are giving a turnover of just about 10-15 crores to Ladakh. And I would say that with the help of science, each of these products can give to Ladakh maybe at least 10 times more, if not more than that. And therefore, our effort has to be that convert this 10-15 crores economy of Seabuckthorn or Pashmina each to 10 times more. Just by doing that, and with the limited population that we have in Ladakh, not only they can engage the entire population in good employment, productive employment, but they can give a huge boost to the income levels in Ladakh. And that is something which I feel we should all look forward to. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is commercialization of primary sector with the help of science is the golden path for Ladakh. And that is the journey which we need to start and which we intend to start as fast as possible on as wide a scale as possible. Science and maths are two bugbears of schools in Ladakh. Sometimes you don't have teachers, sometimes the students say that these are too difficult subjects, we don't know what to do. And this is where the role of your foundation, giving almost 200 hours of lectures, this is a great effort which I really appreciate. More such people, more efforts, more intensity to that efforts is what is needed for Ladakh, because even if you look at the new education policy of the country, which has been promulgated only a few months ago, it lays very great emphasis on science and maths. Although it also says that link it up with art subjects in higher education and so on, but a country's development is almost essentially or compulsorily linked with the development of science. And therefore, promotion of science as a subject among our students at all levels, this is extremely important. We have been taking some steps which I would like to mention. We are in the process of setting up 6 Atal tinkering labs. We have already established 2 astronomy labs with the help of Principal Scientific Advisor to Prime Minister, and we intend to set up more such astronomy labs in Ladakh. 2 mobile science laboratories are being established. We are trying to improve the science lab infrastructure in the schools. We have decided that students achieving highest marks in science and maths in class 10 and 12 would be awarded by the UT administration. We are also thinking in terms of setting up 2 planetariums in Ladakh. We are thinking in terms of declaring Hanle as a dark sky sanctuary, and with the affiliated business and income generation through the telescopes, which can be handled by the private pupil. I'm mentioning this that we have to get a very strong base of science in Ladakh. On the other hand, the picture today is not so happy. The illiterate population of Ladakh is almost 70,000 persons in a total population of last census of 2.74 lakh. You have this high a population of illiterates, which may be older people, which may be younger people, but put together, whether it is adult literacy or children literacy, that is the number of illiterates in Ladakh. Something that is, to me, alarming, something which cannot be accepted. And therefore, it has to be our endeavor that even from the next financial year, academic year, we should get 100% of our students into schools. Very interestingly, the ratio as per the last census, about 85% males are literate, whereas only about 60% of females are literate. So there's a huge gender gap. So whatever you are doing, I think we have to also keep in mind the big gender gap that we have here, and we need to address that. Having said all this, I think I would like to conclude at this stage by saying that first, whatever Mr. Tashi is doing with his own enthusiasm, with the help, collaboration of a large number of people, we are very thankful, and entire Ladakh should appreciate his efforts. We would like his efforts to multiply, and in whatever way we can help in multiplication, we would be quite willing to come forward. Second, we need to look at our students and very substantially improve their science and maths knowledge base. It may be schools, it may be tuitions, it may be online learning as Mr. Tashi is giving, but in every possible way, we need to promote science and maths in Ladakh. And third, that Ladakh's development is compulsorily, inevitably linked with science. We need to be on top of science to know what it offers, in which way it can develop for us. So it is not as if I use whatever science is already available. I should be looking at scientific developments which suit our purpose. I'll give you one example. I met DG ICAR recently, and we talked about, among many other things, of codling moth problem. He says a solution exists, which is inorganic in nature. On the other hand, in Ladakh, we are attempting Modi and organic solution. So I requested him that, no, your solution is not good for me. You have to develop an organic solution for codling moth problem. And here he has promised, he has committed that he would be working on it. So I'm saying that I must use science as it exists for our development. I must make use of scientific developments. I must keep track of my ecology on a continuing basis because I am vulnerable. Now, these are the things which are fundamental, and the National Science Day, in a sense, brings us closer to these thoughts. It sharpens our focus on those thoughts. It brings our young children together, which I'm very happy to see. I see a good group in Kargil. I see a good group sitting in Leh. I must thank and compliment these young boys and girls that they are there, that they are taking interest in this. And I wish them all the very best in whatever they are doing, whatever they are thinking. But learn science. All our young children sitting here, you must learn science. You must learn to use science and bring economic benefits, bring entrepreneurship into Ladakh. That is what my appeal to you, young students, would be, that you are the future. You are the ones who would change entire Ladakh. And there is no bigger means of changing Ladakh than science. With these words, I would like to thank Mr. Tashi once again for his efforts. I would look forward to meeting him whenever he comes to Ladakh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. Thank you very much. Honorable Sir, thank you very much. In spite of your busy schedule, you have managed to spend half an hour with us. We are very thankful to you, and I hope all the students they are more encouraged now. They are more energetic by your words and your future vision of education to the Ladakh and the promotion of science. That's really commendable, sir. And thank you very much for your encouragement and motivation, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to request Shri Ngawang Khinles. He is the chairman of CAI and Ladakh, and also he is our acting director of Ladakh Science Foundation, to give the word of thanks. I think he is not there, maybe some technical issue. So I would like to give the word of thanks once again. Thank you, Honorable Lieutenant Governor Ladakh Shri R.K. Mathur sir, for your encouragement words, and thanks to Shri A.K. Sahu sir, Commissioner Secretary Education, Shri Mumtaz Ali, Director School Education, Shri Girdhari Lal ji, Chief Education Officer Leh, Shri Nazir Wani, Chief CEO Kargil, and all our panelists, Dr. Tsering Stopden, Diado Diharle, Dr. Sunil Kumar Wangchu, Mata Vishnu Devi University, he spoke about all the Inspire program, and Dr. Subraj Sharma, head GB Pan National Institute of Himalayan Environment Leh, Shri Lobsang Kunchok, he is a senior engineer and expert in artificial intelligence and machine learning in HP Bangalore. Dr. Singh Stopdan, he is DNA specialist, is a scientist in University of California in USA. Shri Durja Amchuk, senior engineer at Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Shri Ngawang Khinles, and he is the Ladakh head of the CIA. And thank you all the panelists, and also thanks for our sponsors, J&K Bank, for sponsoring the prize money, and Chen Dimbochi, Lobsang Chetan of Pashilumbu Monastery for these medal and certificates. And thanks again to all the students who have participated. And I have got like around more than 800. They have given the online test, and then debate competition, and yesterday also up to 11 o'clock we had the quiz competition. And really thank you all the students, and thanks to their parents also, because they have been cooperating. So whenever I ask them to come for some activities, thank you all, thank you once again. And also thanks to all the technical team headed by the Paldan, NIC, and all the technical staff at various places. Thank you once again. Thank you. Thanks also. Thank you.